In this video, we are going to show you the perfect itinerary for Rio de Janeiro, the marvelous city in Brazil's postcard to the world. One of the questions we get the most is how to build a logical itinerary in a city where geography cuts through neighborhoods and where traffic can get in the way. Many people make the mistake of staying in Copacabana and thinking that Rio is just that boardwalk, or try to visit Christ the Redeemer at noon and lose hours in line under the strong sun. Rio requires street smarts, knowing which side of the beach is safer and what time the sunset aligns with Sugarloaf Mountain. To see the basics doing the Christ Sugarloaf and a beach day, you need 4 days. But to explore the historic center, the Tijuca Forest, the wild beaches of the West Zone, and enjoy the bohemia of Santa Teresa, we recommend 7 full days. That is why we have prepared a super complete 7-day itinerary with the best of Rio, so you do not waste time. So let us get started. What is the best time to visit Rio? The city is beautiful all year round, but the heat can be brutal. The best time for tourism is autumn and spring, especially April, May, October, and November. The temperature is pleasant and it rains less. Summer from December to March is the high season. The city boils at 100 degrees. Fahrenheit, the beaches get crowded, and late afternoon rains are common. Winter from June to August is the best kept secret. The days are clear blue sky without clouds, perfect for photos at the viewpoints, and the temperature stays at a pleasant 77 degrees. And how many days to stay? Rio is infinite. The number one mistake is coming for a short holiday and spending half the time in traffic. The recommended minimum is 4 days. The ideal is 7 days to live the karaoke lifestyle of flip-flops and iced tea on the beach. Now let us get to the day-by-day. Day 1. Arrival and the postcard. Try to arrive via Santos Dumont Airport SDU. Landing while skirting Sugarloaf Mountain is already a sightseeing tour, and it is in the center very close to the South Zone. Go to your hotel check-in and go straight to the Copacabana boardwalk. Walk on the Portuguese stones, take a picture with the statue of Carlos Drummond de Andrade, and drink a coconut water. Go to Copacabana Fort at the end of the beach. Inside there is a branch of Confeitaria Colombo. Have a coffee overlooking the entire waterfront. In the late afternoon, walk to Arpoador. Climb the Arpoador Rock to see the most famous sunset in the city. When the sun touches the sea, everyone applauds. It is moving. Have dinner in Ipanema, on Garcia de Avila Street, which has great restaurants. Staying in a good region will make your trip much easier. The strategy in Rio is safety and location. The first option and the most noble is Ipanema or Leblon. These are the safest, chicest neighborhoods with the best beach for swimming. You do everything on foot. The second option is Copacabana. It is the most famous neighborhood with hotels for all budgets, but it is more chaotic and busy. The third option is Botafogo. It is a strategic neighborhood with a beautiful view subway and many young bars, although it has no beach for swimming. We created this personalized map that explains exactly which is the best region. Staying near Posto 9 or 10 in Ipanema, you cannot go wrong. We will leave here on the screen QR code and in the video description the link to this map. We created them on the hotel site we always use, as it always has the best prices and free cancellation. And remembering that in this link below, we always organize everything you need to set up your entire trip for the lowest price. The sites we use to build our trips and that have everything much cheaper, such as National Travel Insurance that covers lost luggage tickets for Christ, and Sugarloaf without line good and cheap hotels we have already stayed at. Save this page in your favorites. Day 2. The Giants and Urca. Today is the day to wake up very early. The goal is to be one of the first to go up to Christ the Redeemer. Take the Corcovado train at 8 in the morning, buy in advance. The climb through the Atlantic Forest is beautiful, and up there, you will have a few minutes of peace before the crowds arrive. Go down and have lunch in the Urca neighborhood. It is a bucolic and safe neighborhood. The classic is to eat at Bar Urca. You order shrimp pastel and beer at the counter and cross the street to eat sitting on the wall watching the boats in Guanabara Bay. In the afternoon, go up Sugarloaf Mountain. The cable car has 2 stops. The view from Morro de Urca is already beautiful, but the one from Sugarloaf at sunset, seeing the Christ from afar and the city lights turning on, is unbeatable. Day 3. Historic and Bohemian Rio. Go to the center. Take the VLT, the modern tram, and get off at Olympic Boulevard. Visit the Museum of Tomorrow, a futuristic work by architect Calatrava. Walk seeing the Ethnicities mural by Cobra, the largest graffiti in the world. Have lunch at the historic Confeitaria Colombo on Gonçalves Dias Street. The mirrored interior is from 1894. In the afternoon, go to Lapa to see the Celeron steps with red tiles from all over the world. Go up to Santa Teresa, the artist neighborhood. Visit the Ruins Park for an incredible view and have a caipirinha at Bar do Mineiro. Day 4. Royal Nature and Lagoon. Start the day at the Botanical Garden. It was created by the King Dom João VI. The Alley of Imperial Palms is majestic. Visit the Orchid House and the giant water lilies lake. Next door is Park Lodge. The mansion with the pool in the middle is the most Instagrammable setting in Rio. Have breakfast there if you have patience for the line or have a picnic in the gardens. In the afternoon, rent a bicycle or ride a pedal boat on Rodrigo de Freitas Lagoon. The view of Christ reflected in the water is beautiful. Have dinner in Leblon on Dias Ferreira Street, the trendiest gastronomic hub. Day 5. Wild beaches or football. Today you have two options. Option A, nature. Rent a car or arrange with an Uber to go to the West Zone. Visit Pranha and Grumari. They are environmental reserve beaches without buildings with green sea and lots of nature. It is wild Rio. On the way back, stop at the Joá viewpoint. Option B, national passion. If you like soccer, go visit the Maracanã. If there is a game, go watch it. The energy of the Carioca fans is different. If not, take the guided tour to step on the grass. Day 6. Forest and viewpoints. Rio has the largest urban forest in the world, the Tijuca Forest. Go by car or tour Uber might not have signal to come back from up there. Visit the Taunay Waterfall and the Mayrink Chapel. The highlight is the Chinese view. It is an oriental pagoda in the middle of the forest with the most complete view of the South Zone Lagoon and sea. On the way back, stop at the hang gliding ramp of Pedra Bonita in São Conrado to see the hang gliders jumping. Day 7. Carioca farewell. Take the last morning to do the Carioca ritual, go to the beach without rushing. Eat a Biscoito Globo starch biscuit and drink a mate iced tea that street vendors serve on the sand. It is cultural heritage of the city. If it is Sunday, visit the hippie fair of Ipanema at General Osorio Square to buy crafts and paintings. Stop by Sara in the center if you want to buy cheap souvenirs at the popular market. End the trip having a cold draft beer at a classic bar like Belmonte. An important tip that will save you time and money is to buy tickets for attractions and book tours in advance. On the spot, it is always more expensive and the Corcovado train times sell out days before. We will leave in the screen QR code and in the description the link to the site where we always book tours and buy tickets safely and with a discount. It is the largest tour site in the world and has everything there. Everything at the lowest price and you guarantee your spot. An important tip is about transportation. Traffic in Rio is complicated. The metro is the best way to go from the South Zone to the center and to Barra. It is clean, safe, and fast. For Christ, Santa Teresa, and distant beaches, use Uber. Avoid renting a car if you stay in the South Zone because parking is expensive and difficult. Quick gastronomy tips. You need to eat a complete feijoada, preferably on Saturday. Try the codfish cake in the bars. And eat açaí, which in Rio is served on every corner and is part of the local diet. Mandatory documentation. Document valid passport for international tourists. Safety. Rio requires attention, but no paranoia. Do not walk with gold chains, expensive watches, or camera around your neck. On the beach, do not leave your things alone on the sand. Act naturally and avoid deserted streets at night. And how much does it cost to eat? Rio has tourist capital prices. A dish in a restaurant in the South Zone costs between $12 and $18. A mate on the beach costs about $2. And what to do at night? Lapa is the cradle of Bohemia. Go to Rio Cenarium to listen to samba in a safe and beautiful environment. If you want something more roots, Pedra do Sal has a samba circle on the street on Mondays. The neighborhood of Botafogo has cool bars on Nelson Mandela Street. If you liked this detailed itinerary, like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much and safe travels.